Welcome to another edition of Let's Play Farming Simulator 2013 on the Glenmalure farm. Alright, how are you guys doing today? Hope everybody is doing well. That's not the normal start. Wow, that's weird. Alright, we've got a couple things going on today. What do we got going on? So, if you recall from the last episode, we picked up the New Holland. A couple people were happy about the New Holland, a couple people weren't. So this was the only reason we got this one over the John Deere. To clarify the reason why we got this over the John Deere, this tractor is cheaper and has about an extra 20 horsepower. That's the main reason why. And I believe the people who made this tractor, or this mod I should say, is the same people who made the other one. Let me just check here. Does it say? No. But I believe it's the same people who made both of them, so just thought I'd point that out. And if you recall, one of the reasons why I got this particular tractor is because it's quieter on the inside than some of the other tractors that I have, so that's that. Now technically, what I'm about to do with it, I probably shouldn't do. I'm going to use the fertilizer spreader, and I'm going to spread some fertilizer on the field we just picked up not too long ago. Now, nice. The problem with this is I don't have like care wheels on it, I guess it would be. Because there is already stuff growing in the field. I'll show you what it looks like in a second here. There's a little bit of stuff growing in the field, and because of that, I will technically be tearing up a little bit of the field. So in real life, at least, I would be. In Farming Simulator, oops, I should really fill this up first. In Farming Simulator, it really makes no difference, but in this game, not a big deal. But in real life, yeah, it kind of does make a big deal. Alright, let's go fill this up first, because apparently I totally forgot to do that. One of the nice things about this tractor is that with the baler that we have, it will... oops, I guess I should attach the PTO first. That always helps. With this particular tractor, the baler works really well with it, because once you hop into it, the little, I don't know what you call it, green star will show up basically in your tractor, which is really cool. I'll actually show you when a bale is done and stuff like that. So it's pretty neat how it actually works out. Is this full already? Looks like it is, yeah. It's pretty full already, so it's pretty full. It shows you how full stuff is. Oh, I need to deal with that as well. Oh, jeez. I had an interesting conversation the other day about the amount of black smoke that comes out of tractors in this game, and someone was saying that in real life that just doesn't happen anymore, and they only do it in this game. Like, I think it looks cool in the game, however in real life apparently that's not really the case, but in the game of course it is. So I thought that was kind of an interesting little note that the person made. It was actually my father-in-law. I showed him the game because he's a farmer in real life. He was over and I was like, hey, check this out. So my girlfriend tells him about it, so he was kind of intrigued because he farms in real life. So I thought he wanted to see what it looked like. So I did that. I gave him a tour sort of idea, showed him how it worked out. And one of the things he mentioned was about the black smoke. And I was with a John Deere specifically. He's more of a John Deere person. He mentioned the fact that with John Deere specifically, they have a system that reduces the black smoke or the carbon coming out of the exhaust. So I thought that was kind of interesting, actually, the fact that it's not really accurate in terms of the black smoke, at least. So I thought that was kind of interesting because I didn't know that. Like, they have older tractors on their farm, so it's not uncommon to see their tractors have a bit of a black plume of smoke, but the new tractors, which was some of the ones I have on the other farm, on the Central Kansas farm, like for example the John Deere S690i, it it lets loose black smoke coming out of the exhaust, and it really shouldn't, because it has this system in place to reduce it. So I thought that was kind of interesting, actually. But more of a real life situation than the in-game situation. So I always find that kind of curious to compare the two. So there you have it, I guess. Real life farmer meets farming simulator farmer, and what his take was on it. So it's kind of cool. So one of the things that we are trying to do on this farm is we are trying to pick up the nurse tanker, the Abbey nurse tanker, in order to not have to drive this all the way back to the farm every single time. So we are probably going to, that'll be the next purchase, because I don't know if we actually need another field at this point in time. Yeah, because we've got 4 decent sized fields now actually, which is nice. So by getting the nurse tanker, we'll be able to supply all the other fields relatively easily. Like, the only real field that's a pain at this point is the new one we just picked up, which is field 4. But as we expand out further, we're going to need some sort of supply mechanism in place, and in order to do that, we'll need the nurse tanker. Now, there are some other options out there I could use, I suppose, but I don't think I've ever actually used the nurse tanker on screen, so I'll probably do that. So I got some feedback from the question I asked you guys last episode, maybe the episode before that. Anyways, the question was about doing a series on the giant editor or something like that. And a couple of people pointed out a few people I should check out. One of them was TCCG Rob, I think it is what the acronym is. And someone else pointed out, I think it's WBF Contracting. And I checked out their channels. I subscribed to them actually, because I'm just kind of curious how they progress on those things. And there was generally a positive reaction to doing something like that, to get a different perspective, I suppose, because sometimes you'll see how one person does it, and you'll see how someone else does it, and it makes a difference sometimes. So I think what I'll do is I will do that, and I might throw it into the rotation as a replacement for, let's say, an episode. I'm not sure yet. I'm still kind of throwing that one around, mulling that over in my mind. So I might do it like that, and just throw it into the mix instead of doing an episode for the day. Maybe. We'll see. I think the only problem is if I do something like that, I don't know if everybody's going to be that curious about, or everyone's going to want to check it out, because it's not going to be something everyone wants to do. So that's something I need to take into consideration if I do something like that. So the other things, there was a couple of people mentioned, was the fact that I should do a couple tutorials on a few different things. Like, I know if you're part of the community on the website, I've sent out an email to people, and I asked them what they'd like to see, and I had a couple of people ask for a couple things via the email. And one of the things, I think it was, I want to say, one person specifically asked for a tutorial in relation to auto tractor and I think auto combine, so I could easily do that. It's not terribly difficult, so I'm just gonna go. We may be able to finish with just this. We're gonna find out in a second here. So someone asked for that, and someone else has also asked for courseplay tutorials. More than one person has asked me about that, so I don't mind doing that. Admittedly. Wow, did I really hit the wall there? Admittedly, there are some other people who already have courseplay tutorials. For example, Thomas Sweden has done some courseplay tutorials. So if you want to check his channel out, you can do so. He has courseplay tutorials on there. And Satis, I think his name is, Satis. I'm not sure how you say it. Satis, basically. He's a guy from FSUK. He's done some courseplay tutorials as well that are really helpful. It's how I kind of started. I was watching his videos, but apparently a couple of people want to see me do it and have me explain it the way I would do it, which is not a problem. I don't mind doing it. But if I do it, I'll probably keep them as short as possible and on a very specific topic, because you can do lots of random things with courseplay. So go figure. Come on. So if I do that, I'll probably try to keep them fairly short, because I don't want to put too much into one courseplay tutorial. I guess is what it boils down to. I kind of do like somewhat of a courseplay tutorial when I play the game to a certain extent. I try not to do too much of it, but it is definitely doable. So, alright, so almost done this. So what we'll do is, once I finish fertilizing this field, I'll speed up time, and we'll will take care of that, the new field, because we'll have to transport some stuff down there, actually. Now that I think about it. We'll have to use the trailer for the first time, which is kind of funny, actually. There we go. So, yeah, that's a couple things I'm planning on doing in the near future. So, of course, play tutorials. I don't know what specifically I'll do. I'll probably do some of the basics, and then if people want to see something specific, I'll have to leave a comment in those future videos. And then the Giants editor will be something else as well. So, those are the two things I'm going to throw into the mix, I think. Or at least put it on the channel at some point. So, and some people, for the 1,000 subscriber special, I'm kind of past 1,000 subscribers, but I'm definitely going to do it. I think what I'll do is, some people asked about a multiplayer game, and it's doable, but what would happen is you'd deal with lag, because my upload speed is not super quick, so that's why I'm a little bit reluctant on that end, at least. But a longer special on a random map with face cam was what a lot of people have suggested, so I probably will do that. Maybe tomorrow, I'm thinking. Is the back end of this thing popping up? Is that what I'm seeing? Maybe, I don't know. I just noticed like it moves really funny at the back sometimes of this tractor, so maybe it's the back end popping up. Yeah, so what I am thinking about doing is I don't know, maybe a 1 hour, 1.5 hour special, I guess, maybe. And what I'll do is I'll break it down into smaller chunks. And because like an hour and a half of Farm Simulator is a lot for a lot of people. I know when I go to watch an hour video, it's not. I admit I don't always finish a video that is that long, just because it is a big commitment sometimes to watch that much of a video. So I probably will. I'll record a long session, but it'll be probably just broken down into smaller sections. So having said that. What I'd like for you guys to do is give me some suggestions for maps to play on for the 1,000 subscriber special. One map that came to mind, I've had a couple of people suggest, and this would be a one-off map, not a Let's Play, let's say, is Paradise XXL, and I think I need to put a front wheel on this tractor, because I should have turned there. Paradise XXL is a map that some people suggested in the past to do a Let's Play on, but I was thinking about maybe doing the 1,000 subscriber special on that map, something along those lines. It's a pretty big map, and what I would probably do is I'd probably just give myself a whole bunch of money to start off, and then have some fun on that map. Something along those lines. That was the thought, at least, so. I think what I'll probably do is I get the feeling I might have already, by the time this particular video goes live, I may have already done the live stream. Not live stream, the special. So what I'll do is, if I haven't, put your comment down, because there's always going to be a future live stream perhaps, or a future video saying thank you or something along those lines. So there's always that to consider. So put your suggestions down regardless, and what I'll do is I'll throw something out on Twitter and see what people's suggestions are for the map selection as well. So that is what I'll do. Alright, so we got that field done, which is excellent. And sure, let's put it beside the potato digger. Sounds like a plan. Some people were saying about, I mentioned about increasing the size of the, I guess I can turn my sound back on. I turned my sound off, so I couldn't hear this thing unloading its liquid manure or slurry, because I can't, for some reason I have a hard time thinking and talking when that sound goes off, because it's super loud in-game, so I just turn it off. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna get a sip of Coca-Cola. I don't normally drink any kind of pop, but we happen to have some in the house, so I was like, I'll have a soda if you're from the United States. From where I'm from, it's pop. Actually, it's not even my favorite. I prefer root beer, but that's just me. Alright, what am I doing? I am going to get a front weight for this thing, because I think that will help a little bit. And front weights aren't too expensive. what do we got here? We got the Fendt front wheels. That's not going to be helpful. The JCB front or the John Deere. The John Deere's green. Let's go ahead and get the Fendt front weight. Well, it's kind of expensive though. 1,800. That's 1,500. And I can't buy those because I don't have the Mortal Sigma installed anyways. Let's go with the... I don't want to buy either of those. They're expensive. Jeez. Is that all the weights I really have? Wow. I thought I had more. Do I have any in miscellaneous? That seems way more expensive than it needs to be. Maybe I don't. Huh. Strange. Oh, well, I guess I'll have to buy one of these. I'm going to buy the JCB one just because it's cheaper. That's basically what it boils down to. Otherwise, I probably would have bought the Fendt one, but this one sticks out a little bit more than I'd like it to, but it'll get the job done. It's a heavyweight, so front end of this thing should not pop up at all. It may tip over though, but it probably won't. Lose grip on the front end here. All right, so I'm just going to back this up and put it in here for the time being. And where is it? Let's move this guy out of the way because I'm going to need to move the combine out. Oh, I do like this tractor. I'm happy I bought it. Oops. That's a wall, Iain. Maybe you should run into the wall. Alright, so let's get this combine out of here. So I know the field isn't ready yet, but I'm going to need to move this combine down there anyways, because I want to start on that field, because we've never harvested before. So I figured, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and harvest it. So, alright, I am not going to be able to do much, so I'm just going to back. Oops, I guess I should go forward a little bit more. Yeah, this will work. Just going to back this onto the field just a little bit. And what I'll do is, that's going to leave the Dazur trailer there. And we're going to grab the header trailer and use it for the first time. This is funny. That's the second time that's happened where I'm like, you know what? I am going to seed this field, or not seed this field, but I'm going to harvest this field or buy something at the starting of the season, but not use it till halfway through. The same thing happened with the Lowboy trailer on central Kansas, which kind of threw me off a little bit actually. I was like, I'm gonna get this and do lots of transportation stuff. And then I'm like 10 episodes in, I did my first transportation related thing with it. Oh well, that's the way it goes sometimes, I guess. Alright, let's straighten this out a little bit here. Excellent. Alright, let's swing this around. Should be able to swing it around. Alright, so... yeah, that's not too bad actually. I'm surprised. That was a lot straighter than I thought. Well, almost in the right spot. Alright, so the one thing I wish I could do with this combine is raise the header like I can with the S690 basically. Attach cutter. Unfortunately I can't, so it does stuff like that, but it will get the job done. Alright, now let's transport this header over to their field there. Guess we can drive through the bunker. Makes no never mind. Nothing in the bunker at the moment, so it's a nice little straight passageway. A lot better than going all the way around the farm, in my opinion, but it will do for now, that's for sure. So, alright, how are cows doing? They're at 100 and looks like they need some more TMR. I'm gonna have to do something about the TMR soon, so because I have been neglecting that. I don't know where's the best place to put this. Let's back it up and put it on the side over here. It's funny, when you actually have to do this in real life and decide where you want to put this type of stuff, it actually is a pretty big deal because you can only... well, actually, you know what? This is what I should do if I were to be realistic about this. What you really should do is you have to kind of plan out, because right now the way I had it set up there, you'd have to drive all over the crop in order to pick up the header with the combine. But by doing what I'm doing right now and adjusting it, and hopefully not driving over the crop, but adjusting it, you'll be able to pick up the header straight off the trailer and then just start harvesting right away. Well, that's the idea, at least. There. So what that allows the combine just to drive straight into the field, pick up the header, we'll move the trailer away, and then you can just start harvesting right away, which will be nice. This is the first time I've driven this combine through the yard. I think it's actually the first time, yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Did not see that one coming. Oh my goodness, over the last few days I've drunk so much coffee, it's not funny. Just because, you know, we have friends and family over, and it's like trying to be a good host and whatnot. I'm not used to hosting people over at my place. Usually I go to someone else's house, but in this scenario we had people over. We had my girlfriend's parents over, and we had my dad over, and so like every 5 minutes I was like, do you guys want something? You want some tea? You want some coffee? And then some people were like, yes, I'll have some tea. And other people were like, yes, have some coffee. So there is pretty much always coffee ready, which is bad for me because that means I can always drink it. Alright, so you see, like I was saying, so now all I need to do is hop into the Unimog here and then detach the trailer. Now ideally, I guess I could just back this up. So ideally I'd be able to lift this off, but in this case I kind of have to drag it off because it doesn't always work the way you want it to. Alright, there we go. And I am going to do a little UE up here. U-turn, for those people who have no idea what I'm talking about. Alright, and then I'm going to leave this header trailer somewhere over here. Let's say right here. That's good. And then I'm going to... I guess I could do it this way. So, what do we got here? This field is fertilized. Are all the fields planted? Looks like yes, yes, yes. Excellent. Alright, so let's go ahead and fast forward time. Now, the thing I have to be careful about is that there is withering on this map. So if I'm not careful, we could easily run into a situation where we have... Oh, I put canola here. Well, that's what canola looks like. It looks like not quite exactly like canola, but it's funny. Every map has a slightly different texture. Well, not every map, but most maps have a slightly different texture for stuff like canola and whatnot. Is there any great demands coming up that I just totally am going to miss here? Let's check. Potatoes and manure. Oh, well, not that worried about it. Field 13. Where's 13? I don't have enough money. I guess I do. Where the heck is field 13? Oh, way over there. Let's wait off on that one. What we're going to do is we're going to get the... there we go, perfect. What we're going to do is we're going to get the nurse tanker first, and then we'll whoa, what the heck happened there? Did I hit... I must have hit 1 by accident. I'm like, why is it just starting to go forward? I hit 1. I meant to hit, I guess, exit or something, but unintentional. Alright, now this should be able to harvest. Excellent. Good. And then I can put it to 2nd level. Excellent. So it's funny. Basically what I have to do this is I do this all manually. I guess I don't have to do it all manually. Well, we'll see. It's not too bad, but the funny thing is in this scenario I have to consider these things like can I hire a worker and which way can it go? I suppose I could have gotten auto combine for this, but yeah, I like doing some. I like having the difference on this map in comparison to the other one, because on the other map, Central Kansas, is a lot of automated stuff. In this map, I do a lot more manual type stuff, and that's the difference I'm trying to do. Trying to make that difference purposely, basically. So if I don't always use course play, that's the reason why, basically. So, all right, let's pick up the Dazur trailer. He shouldn't have anything in it. No, he doesn't. Good, excellent. So the idea here, we're trying to make about $8,000 is what we're kind of aiming for. And the reason why we're trying to make $8,000 is so we can get the Abbey nurse tanker, basically, because I don't think I've ever used that before. So I feel obliged, not obliged. I want to use it. Is what it boils down to. All right, so let's just leave this guy here. Hop in and continue on our way. There we go. So, excellent. All right, nice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and get this field done this episode. We'll see. We're running about. I wouldn't say close to the end, but we're getting there. I could make it a longer episode, but I don't think I will. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about it. Because this header is always, it always kind of misleads me a little bit. I don't know why, but it often does. No, let's do this. Is it, which side is it? I want number 5. Excellent. So this is one of the reasons why I really like these combines, is because they do have the cameras on the side, like this Coloss does. The Coloss 550, the 580, or 580, the 780, the 770, they all have this. So it makes it really nice to do stuff like I'm doing right now, because when you want to manually do it and you want to try and use as much as the head as possible, it makes your life so much easier. It's ridiculous. So instead of watching, like looking at where the reel is, you can kind of watch the camera a little bit and drive accordingly, basically. So it's not the be all and end all, that's for sure, but like I do really like this combine, and there's a few things I wish I had, but it's on a scale of 1 to 10, it's pretty high for me. It's like 9, I guess. The John Deere's by Big Boss Modding are pretty darn good. There's a few things I wish they had, like the camera, for instance. It's something I really wish they had. But otherwise, it's a very solid mod as well. Both of them. It's this, the 650, I think it is. The 550, I can't remember what it is. I think it's the 650. And the S690i. Both of them are really solid, so. Excellent. So it's like you're playing a video game inside of a video game right now, because I'm watching the camera trying to stay on course at the same time I'm playing a video game, so it's like video game in a video game. Yeah. Anyways, but a lot of farming these days is pretty technical. So stuff like this is not uncommon. Like this is more for manual work, I guess. And these days you probably would just use, well, especially something that this nice, you probably would have GPS and all precision agriculture related stuff on it already. So you really wouldn't need to go too crazy on certain things. So it is pretty nice in general, I guess. So I guess I could just do that. Not even looking at that. No, not looking in the right direction. Oh, that's silly. Alright, let's turn around here. And let's see. I probably could hire a worker at this point. Probably. It's not too bad, I guess. This feels a weird shape. Like if you look at it on the map, it's kind of like a, I don't know what shape that would be. S, maybe? Maybe? But even then, I'm not sure if you call it an S design. It's something, that's for sure. Maybe not an S design, though. Alright, let's get the last little patch right down here. Excellent. And I'm not sure how they would do this field in real life. Probably because you really couldn't go in straight lines per se. Like I can do this. Let's see. So let's say I stick it going straight here, and I'm going to hire a worker, and it's going to go straight to the opposite corner. Like it really doesn't matter as long as it all gets harvested. Like I'm not sure what the most efficient way would be on this particular map. Like, I guess it would really be, I don't even know, probably the way I was doing it. But the problem is you get lots of turning in that regard. So if you're not, I guess, I don't know, depends if you would do it manually or with GPS. With GPS it would make a big difference, but probably on a field this size you could just do it manually and have no problems, but I think it'd be kind of difficult to do. Well, I guess, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I don't know enough about the technology in combines in order to do stuff like I don't know, precision agriculture in a very odd-shaped field. So I guess if it's a smaller combine, you really don't need precision, but I guess you still want it. I don't know. It's all up in the air. Alright. It's not too bad. So we got a good chunk of the field done. I guess that's not terrible, doing it that way. It's not very pretty, but it definitely will work. And now I'm on the wrong one. Here we go. Interesting. Interesting to see which way it goes and which way it wants to do things and whatnot, so that's kind of cool, actually. Excellent. This is good. This is very good. Anyways, I think I'm going to stop the episode there for now. And I'll finish harvesting the rest of this field, and then we'll get around to harvesting the other fields, 5 and 10. And we will go from there, I think. It's been a good episode so far. And yeah, so that's the problem if you hire a worker. It still works, but yeah, I don't know. Anyways. Alright, so my name is Iain Robson, this has been Farming Simulator 2013, and this is the Glenmalure farm. I'll catch you guys later.